Rick, we focused on all the cars that came on the pit road, but the 14 of Cole Witt has decided to stay on the racetrack, and that has changed everything. That has taken Elliott Sadler on 2 tires. He's not the leader. He doesn't get lane choice. He must start in the bottom. All of that point I was trying to make about the 7 of Justin Allgaier, he's now on the top behind Erik Jones, behind used tires on the 14. I'm a little surprised with so much on the line that this 14 would stay on the racetrack.
I think that helps Elliott Sadler.
We mentioned at the beginning of the show, how will the other 36 cars on the track affect the championship 4? We're about to see it. It'll be 3 to go when they get to the start-finish line. Again, race leader is Cole Witt in the 14. Elliott Sadler on the inside running second. He spun the tires. Elliott Sadler goes by right when they get to the start-finish line. Here comes the 19.
Continues the celebration. We go down to Dave Burns, who is with a Daniel's teammate.
Yep, that is Erik Jones. And Erik, we have to start first of all with the race and how it played out there at the end. You lined up behind the 14. What were the thoughts going through your mind at that point?
Well, I thought the 14 would at least attempt to go. He just kind of sat there and didn't really even attempt to go. So that's pretty unfortunate. Really not a lot of respect for, guys chasing down the championship, but I thought we were in an okay spot if he had gotten up to speed, and we would have been able to kind of go to the top and make something happen, but didn't even get really that chance. We were to turn 1 and we were like 8th place. So it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it now, but just kind of unfortunate.
How would you describe how you and your team fought back tonight?
It was a valiant effort. It just didn't go. It just didn't come with a big reward at the end. So the GameStop Camry wasn't very good to start, and we worked hard to get it good by the end. And once the sun went down, the track cooled down, we started to get better and better, and the top really started to come in at that point on both ends, and I just felt like we were kind of able to get up there and rim ride better than everybody else, and ran the 19 down there before the last yellow. Just didn't have enough time to really get around him, but after that caution, I knew we weren't in a great spot. We didn't have any sticker tires left, and we had to put on some scuffs, so just didn't work out. It's just one of those deals, and just didn't play into our hand.
Erik, I know you wanted to do well for your dad tonight. How much was he on your mind?
Yeah, he was a fair amount. I was hoping we could bring it home for him, and we took the lead there at one point, and that was pretty cool. I definitely would have loved to have gotten back-to-back championships here, but just didn't play out this year, and there's always next year, so got to move on and go get better.
Next year will be the Cup Series, so how will you remember this year in Xfinity?
Definitely a good learning year. I learned a lot, really about racing itself, more so than I thought I would have. There's a lot of things that I feel like I really didn't know yet, and learned a lot of those things throughout the year, and I feel like hopefully we'll be better at them next year. So just racing and making sure you're putting yourself in good spots and taking what the car's giving you. It's not things that I did necessarily all year long, so hopefully I can do a little bit better job next year of those things, and it'll play out better.
Erik is not the champion this year. He's acted like it for the last half hour. He's been signing autographs. This is a real NASCAR scene down here. A lot of folks still reminding Erik that he is their champion. Mike?
Christopher Bell running second, closing in on the 20 of Erik Jones. Under 4 laps to go.
Look at the speed that Bell has in the middle of the corner compared to Erik Jones. Just destroyed him through the middle of the corner. Now he's trying to take a look.
He's got to run. He looks to the inside as they dive into turn 1. Christopher Bell takes the lead away, but here comes the 20. Contact made. The 20 into the wall. So's the 18. Smoke coming out the back. The 20 slowed way down. Now will the 18 be able to continue?
Christopher Bell basically slid job Erik Jones, overdrove the inch of the corner, drove up in front of him, and Erik Jones didn't appreciate it, just stayed in the throttle and made major contact.
Slide job. I thought we were at Knoxville there, Jeff. He came right up and just parked it in front of the leader. He has every right to do it, but you mentioned it, Erik Jones didn't get out of the gas on purpose. Not happy about that move.
And he said so on the radio. He is not happy with young Christopher Bell. So this will be interesting post-race between the teammates.
Well, and Erik Jones has damage to his car. He's on the apron on the front straightaway, the right front. He has a flat. This may bring out the caution. I don't think it will.
He's going to try to stay on the apron and get back all the way around, which will be a long, long trip around for him to get to pit road. through turns 3 and 4. Christopher Bell, the 22-year-old, comes back to the finish line. He'll win at Kansas. Kelly.
And a tough finish here for Erik Jones, who dominated so much of this race. What did you think of the move there that Christopher Bell made on you to take the lead?
Well, I mean, it's not dirt racing. You know, he's not clear. I can't just stop on the top. I mean, he was. I didn't expect him just to drive in on the bottom so far. He wouldn't be able to hold his lane. It's unfortunate. You know, the Reese's Camry was really good, and I thought we were going to race for the win. And unfortunately, there wasn't much of a race. It was more of a wreck. So it's unfortunate. You know, but we'll just have to move on. It's the first race in a while we've had a good Xfinity car, and you know, I was just thinking we were going to have a good shot there to win, but it is what it is, and you know, it's going to happen.
All right, thank you, Erik. Rick.
In just his 5th career start here in the Xfinity Series, Christopher Bell winds up in victory lane. He's going to celebrate. The team's going to celebrate. You know that. But what's going to be talked about is the move on his teammate, Erik Jones. Impressive win for you, but I got to ask you, any second thoughts about the move that you pulled on your teammate, Erik Jones?
I haven't seen it, so I can't really talk much about it, but you know, I never want to wreck anyone, especially my teammate, but I don't know, my spotter said clear. I drove it in really deep. I felt like I cleared him. I don't know.
Here's the replay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was clear, so it's my first Xfinity win. I'm sorry that Erik couldn't finish the race, but man, I'm just stoked. This thing was awesome. This JBL Toyota Camry was absolutely outstanding, and I'm really thankful to be able to be a part of this Joe Gibbs Racing Foundation. It's a dream come true to be here, and to be able to win in the Xfinity Series is just it's something that I dreamed of as a kid, so really excited about that.
Erik says he wishes it was racing for the winning, but he said that was a wreck for the win. Your thoughts on that and what you might say to Erik after this?
Well, I mean, I'm going to apologize. It sucks that we couldn't race it out or he didn't finish the race, but I don't know, man. I cleared him there, and we're both on old tires. We're both sliding around, and I was going to the top.
Final few laps, did you think, hey, I might be able to catch him here, because it looked like he was going to run away with this thing?
Yeah, well, I ran him down from however far back I was, and then I got there, and it's always tough to make the pass because you get up there and the air gets disturbed, and it's tough because you don't have the grip that you have by yourself. But you know, just really thankful to be here, and bummed the way it finished, but happy it held on, man. I was getting tire smoke inside the car there those last couple of laps, and was worried we weren't going to make it.
This young 22-year-old has 5 wins in the Camping World Truck Series. Now, guess what, Rick? He has an Xfinity Series win as well.
Now, there was contact. You saw it in our side-by-side coverage between Erik Jones and Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah, Erik Jones did a nice job getting to the bottom of the 17 of Stenhouse. He goes down to the apron to try to clear him, and then they hit.
Erik Jones audio.
Look at both of your right sides there. I mean, you have a little damage, but I don't think it's even worth pulling on. Just a small crease on the right front end, right rear, but it's not bad at all. Yeah, you can take the 17. Supposed to talk bad about him at Daytona. You got off the approval list. Apparently.
Oh, this battle's not over yet.
They're holding you down tight your corner, southside corner, southside.
I also thought Erik Jones might hold him down tight to the apron.
That's what Stenhouse did to Jones.
Exactly.
You're on the apron, stay on the apron.
Payback.
These two guys are willing to mix it up a little bit here, it looks like.
3 to go in stage 1.
Woo! 17 comes up, gets loose. Some great driving right there by both of those guys.
Long day. That 17's going to have to not be such of a dumbass.
Oh, my.
Jones with a run.
All right, I'd have lost that bet. They made it through 1 and 2.
They're in that 3rd turn, and there they all are, all wadded up.
3 wide for 4th.
Yeah,
Double file for 2nd.
I think as long as these guys are side by side, I just don't think they can get a big enough run. Somebody's going to have
Bowyer.
to. Oh,
Bowyer almost drilled Erik Jones.
Yes, he did. I mean, he had Jones in his sights and let him go.
Now Jones with the run off the top.
Keselowski is loving this. When he looks in his mirror and those guys are side by side.
30th career victory for Brad Keselowski.
Bowyer not happy.
And Jones.
They're going to have a little body work to do.
I give so much credit to Brad Keselowski on how he was able to not jump to restart, but when he went to the throttle, he leaped out there and got the car all by himself. That was a pretty amazing job.
Timed it just right.
And this weekend on social media, Brad Keselowski among those drivers, remembering Mike Midler, car owner, who gave Brad, Carl Edwards, and a number of drivers
Kenny Schrader,
that have
Kenny
now
Wallace.
seen great success rides early in their career.
Clint Bowyer, a solid 5th place finish, but you were none too pleased at the end of this race with Erik Jones. Tell me what you said to him.
It's just, what are you going to do? You turn him right in front of the field and hurt him? I mean, he puts you in a bad situation. I lifted for him, cost me 3 spots right there. We should have finished second. Everybody knows that. That was dumb on his part. I mean, next time, I guess that's what he wants, is just go down and wreck him in front of the field. But, I mean, you got to run like that. You just don't move up. I should have just wrecked him, I guess, but our rush truck center forward was fast all weekend long. It's God, that
We've got a caution out.
Yeah, caution on the racetrack. 17. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looked to have slammed the wall. Look at the right side of that car.
Must have tire down, hit the wall, 8 exit coming off 4 right sides, damage.
So I think they blew a tire and got in the wall. Both fronts are down, so it's hard to tell which one went, but hit the wall quite a lick there to do that kind of damage. It's knocked it looks like the right front actually got in, and I think he's got left front tire went down on. Looks like some contact may have created this issue with him. Erik Jones trying to get by. They make contact right here. Ooh. Creates either a rub or they cut that left front tire. Here it is, blowing away. I mean, right on corner exit into throttle.
That's such a hard hit.
A lot of tire rub right there.
Unfortunately for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., they worked on the car, they did a little strategy, and then it all went wrong. What happened?
Yeah, we just were struggling with the front turn on our fast and all forward really all day, and we were looking forward to getting to that next stage so that we can make some wholesale adjustments and continue to try and make it better. But the strategy, we tried to get some stage points, get some track position. It worked out for us last time. Yeah, you see the 20 just ran over us there. He's gotten me a couple times now, so he'll have one coming at some point, when he's trying to make the playoffs. So we'll go get him next week at Pocono and see if we can't bring a little bit better race car.
Pretty hard hit. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Ricky walked out under his own power, guys.
Down the list a little bit further, not a bad day for the 20 team of Erik Jones. He's currently 14th and 28 points above the cutoff line. Marty caught up with it.
Well, wow, what a day for Erik Jones. I mean, it's hard to recap everything from the speeding penalty and then getting contact on pit road and then what you thought was a penalty on that last stop that wasn't a penalty. Are you amazed? All of that, you wind up third.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a sloppy day in my opinion, but it was a good day. It got good stage points in the first stage and, finished well at the end. But the Stanley Camry was good. I mean, all day I felt like we were close. We just needed to get up front and never quite did it, never quite got the lead, but we were there, and again, up in the top 5, you can't complain, and especially the points we gained today, it's good. We can definitely get more aggressive with that gap. We're getting close there to having almost a race on them. If we can have a couple more good weeks, we'll be there. So Pocono's a good one. We'll keep doing it, but today was definitely a testament, I think, to our speed and this team. We keep fighting through it. I mean, we never gave up. We did what we needed to do, fixed the damage when we needed to, and got a good finish out of it.
So to be sitting 28, considering where you are, what came in 28 above the cut line, how much comfort does that give you in the final 6 races of the regular season?
It feels better than 2 points for sure. I mean, it's getting there. I wish we had a little bit more and hopefully just get a win here, not have to worry about it. We're close, and we keep finishing up here in the top 3. It's going to happen. We're going to get there. So just got to keep doing it, and definitely feels going to sleep a lot easier this week with this gap than what we had last week.
Erik Jones ties his best finish of the season with a 3rd.